إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم في سورة الحج: ذلك بأن الله هو الحق ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأن ما يدعون من دونه هو الباطل وأن الله هو العلي الكبير. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I would love to start this khutbah with this beautiful ayah from Surah Al-Hajj, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about a fundamental principle, a principle of truth. And we are all on a journey of truth discovery. That is because Allah alone is Al-Haqq, the absolute truth. And whatever they invoke besides Him, whatever people follow besides Him, whatever people feel they have some kind of conviction, they make dua, they want to worship, they want to follow another path, whatever the people want to follow as their truth besides Allah, huwa al-batil, is in actual fact falsehood. And Allah alone is truly the Most High, the All-Great. My dear respected brothers and sisters, in a day and age of fake news, of misinformation and doubt, it is Allah alone who is the constant truth. The same since before Adam alayhi salam, before any creation, Allah was the truth, is the truth, remains the truth. It is the book of Allah that is the only source of unaltered, consistent truth in this world of ambiguity and fake news. In Surah Al-Hijr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Kalamullah, Kitabullah, the book of Allah, the words of Allah. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidun. Allah said, it is certainly we, Allah, who have revealed the reminder, the Quran. And it is certainly we, Allah, who will preserve it, protect it, unaltered. And Allah said in Surah Al-Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Alif Lam Mim, this book, i.e. the Quran, there is no doubt in it, there is no fault in it. It's not like any other book where the author says in the beginning, if you find a spelling mistake, if you find any imperfection in this book, this is my email, please let me know. The Kitabullah, the Quran doesn't start like that. From the beginning, setting the very clear tone. This book, there is no doubt in it. There is no falsehood in it. There are no mistakes in it. Why? Because it's Kalamullah, Kitabullah. And it is a guidance for those who have taqwa. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a prophet, a human being, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the last prophet in the line of many prophets, alayhim salam jami'an, who all in principle call to the same thing: worship to one only Allah. Don't worship anyone else. Don't follow anything else. No other falsehood, no other values, nothing else but Allah. Be warned. There will be a day of judgment. There is Jannah, there is Jahannam. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, no other role model, leader, elite athlete, influencer has ever lived a more transparent life than Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We know the most intimate details of his life. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Things that we wouldn't want from our lives to be exposed, written about, and read in 1,400 years from now, if there is a world in 1,400 years from now. We wouldn't want it for us. But we know it about the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam bil asanid, with authentic chains of narration all the way to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Not because we think that's what he said, we think that's what he did, because we know that's what he said, that's what he did. We know it. Checked, scrutinized, all the way to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And so you see, we live in this day and age where scholars say we have an information overflow. Human beings are on a daily basis attacked with information. Misleadingly, some people think that's knowledge, but it's information, it's news. And so this is a new day, a new age, a new thing. We need to learn how to deal with so much information. We didn't have that in our youth. Our fathers and our mothers and our fathers, they didn't have to deal with so much information on a daily basis. We wake up, the phone is in front of us. During the day, we are constantly attacked with information. We go to sleep, the phone is next to us. Illa man rahimullah. Information overflow. Today's skill is not to learn new information, that's the easy part. Today's skill is to be able to differentiate. What information am I taking? How am I going to implement it? And making that transformation between information and knowledge and then action. That's the skill of today. That's what we need to teach our youngsters, our children. Learning is the easy part. It's the easy part. I work in education. What we learn in terms of teacher training is the teacher has a new role now. The teacher needs to be not someone who necessarily just brings you information, but a teacher is more a mentor today, a coach. You need to teach your children, your student, how to differentiate between al-haq wal-batil, truth and falsehood. And that's a skill, because sometimes even teachers don't know how. You see, in Western education, and I know from a Muslim perspective, we're going to criticize that, but from a Western education, we learn there was a classical period, then Middle Ages, Age of Discovery, Renaissance, Enlightenment, Industrial Revolution, many other revolutions, Depression, war, then comes the information age. That was about 50, 60 years ago. Information age. We're discovering all these new things. Computers, internet, Google, Wikipedia, YouTube. And now we're entering into a new age. What is our day, age, epoch? What is that going to be remembered as? I question. Is it going to be remembered as the age of fake news? Is it going to be remembered as the age of artificial intelligence? Is it going to be remembered as globalization, or rather maybe a turn towards more nationalism? All these questions we don't know. But there are challenges that we need to realize. And you need to be aware that you are attacked every day. Not physically, there's no one there, really, trying to shoot at you. Illa man rahimullah. There are some who have to deal with that as well. But in the West, generally speaking, there is an ideological attack. Every day people are investing millions trying to attack your mind, your ideas, your values. Every day, these algorithms, artificial intelligence, analyzing what are you doing on this smartphone of yours? What are you doing on there? What are you reading, watching, listening? How much time you're spending? How can we spin it to sell something to you, to change your opinion, to vote in a way, this way or that way? And we say, yeah, I know, but you know, I'm okay. No, you're not. No, we are not. We are all susceptible to these things. Be careful. In an article from the Forbes, July 2020, they write, we live in an era of fake news. Fake news. All you can eat distraction, vanity, disinformation, hoaxes, popularly referred to as fake news, are accelerating and affecting the way individuals learn and interpret information, they say. A recent public affairs survey, they say, found that fake news headlines fool American adults by 75% of the time. Only 24% of respondents believe social media sites do a good job separating fact from fiction. Their statistics. And we still find people saying, no, I'm okay, I'm good. May Allah protect us. May Allah protect our children. Some of the solutions include to stick to the Quran. In a day and age when things change on a daily basis, things are good today, bad tomorrow. Bad yesterday, today, okay, no problem. Values change. The wind goes this way, we go this way. In that day and age, we got to stick to revelation. Allah has put it forward. The guidance is clear. The truth is apparent to anyone who observes. وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلُ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Allah gives us that in the Quran and declare, say to the people, make it apparent. And that time, even more important today, declare the truth has come. The Quran is there. It's in front of you. It's easy. Learn it, study it, ponder, research, spend time. Well, I'm speaking for myself more than anyone else. Spend time with the Quran. The truth has come and falsehood has vanished. If you know the truth, you can differentiate. Indeed, falsehood is bound to vanish. Learn from history. Another step towards the solution. Learn from history. Learn from the patterns, the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Learn from the prophets alayhimus salam. Learn from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Spend time learning the seerah. Not just once reading a book. No. The details. The life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a practical implementation of Kalamullah, the Quran. Learn from the companions radiyallahu anhum. Learn from the righteous predecessors. Learn from the stories of real men. Not some fake celebrities, they make it dashing on social media. Real men. Build real human connections. It was said, Wallahu alam about the authenticity. That a man came to Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, and he wanted to be a witness for someone else's character. Umar ibn al-Khattab said, who can witness for this man's character? Can we take him as a witness? And we need someone to vouch for him. So a man said, I can. I know him. So Umar ibn al-Khattab now it's reported, daqiq, being very careful. He asked him, how do you know him? Is he your neighbor? He said, no. He said, did you spend a day with him? You know, did you come to know his character? He said, no. He said, did you travel with him? Did you go for a journey, for traveling, being away from home? That reveals the real nature of a man. He said, no. He said, did you see him in the masjid? Did you see him in the masjid, standing, sitting, prostrating, praying? He said, yes, that's how I know him. He said, go away. That's not enough. That's exactly what happens today. We see a brother on YouTube, with the beard. We see a sister, mashallah, niqab or whatever. Yeah, she's fine, she's good, she's all good. But we don't know what's hidden. Real human connections. Real friends. Real, not fake, not that real stuff. May Allah protect us all. May Allah help us all. May Allah give us true, honest friends. May Allah help us all to correct with our brothers and sisters around the world. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على النبي المصطفى وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عليكم بالصدق عليكم بالصدق فإن الصدق يهدي إلى البر وإن البر يهدي إلى الجنة. Allahu Akbar. Another way of living in this day and age of misinformation is about reflecting in your own self. And so the Prophet ﷺ was giving us this advice. Abide by truthfulness. Be a truthful person. Someone who speaks the truth, is not lying. He's not getting a message and without checking, just forwarding it to others. It's not just, a source of misinformation all the time. Alayka bis-sidq. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you forward. Be careful what you share. Be careful, alayka bis-sidq. He said, why? Because indeed truthfulness leads to righteousness. And righteousness leads to Jannah, paradise. And then the hadith goes on, warning about the exact opposite. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar, because lying eventually leads to Jahannam. May Allah protect us all. Ibn Masud radiallahu anhu said in his time to his students, he said, you are in a time in which the scholars are many. In his time there were many scholars, but whose speakers are few. Imagine, there are many scholars in the time of Ibn Masud radiallahu anhu. The Sahaba were still alive, the students of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Yet you wouldn't find everyone just speaking, everyone just talking. You wouldn't find many scholars, but speakers only a few. And then he goes on and he says, after you will come a time in which the scholars are few. The scholars are, after you will come a time in which the scholars are few, but the speakers are many. Many. Not everyone. A lot of people claiming to be a scholar. Claiming. But there are only some scholars only. Not really everyone is a scholar who claims to be a scholar. But the speakers, plenty. Plenty of people who make videos. Plenty of people who do things. Plenty of people. And so it is a time where it's really, really difficult to differentiate. Who do you believe? Where do you go? What do you do? And that requires dua. It requires that you say, Ya Allah, I want the truth. Show me the truth. Allahumma arinil haqqa haqqa warzuqni ittiba'a. Show me the truth as truth and help me to follow it. Wa arinil batila batila warzuqni ijtinaba. And show me falsehood as falsehood and help me to stay away from it. Help me, Ya Allah. It's quite interesting, and I'm finishing with this ayah. It is quite interesting that in the story of the youth in Surah Al-Kahf, those youth who went to the cave to the kahf, to the cave, hiding, escaping the shirk of their people. What was their dua? What did they say to Allah? فَقَالُوا, they made dua, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ رَحْمَةً وَهَيِّئْ لَنَا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا رَشَدًا. They made the dua consisting of two pleas. One, Ya Allah, give us mercy. We've experienced too many things. Give us mercy. Rahmah. What's the second thing? When show us, give us, grant us rushd. Rushd. The ability to differentiate between right and wrong. That's rushd. I urge everyone to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on a daily basis to grant him rushd. On a daily basis. May Allah grant us rushd. Action points: don't be a munafiq. Be very, very careful. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't forward everything you receive. Don't put up a smoke screen. Be a real man. Be a real woman. Real brother, real sister, real connections, real friends. Don't put up a face, a facade. Be disciplined with yourself. Be real and make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for rushd. Make dua, make dua, make dua. And above everything, read the Quran and follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وأكثر من الصلاة والسلام على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم فإن من صلى على نبيه مرة واحدة صلى الله عليه بها عشرة. اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد. اللهم ارزقنا محبته وإتباعه ظاهرا وباطنا. اللهم توفنا على ملته. اللهم احشرنا في زمرته. اللهم اسقنا من حوضه. اللهم ادخلنا في شفاعته. اللهم اجمعنا به في جنات النعيم مع الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. اللهم ارض عن خلفائه الراشدين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي أفضل أتباع المرسلين. اللهم ارض عن الصحابة أجمعين وعن التابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم ارض عنا معهم بمنك وكرمك يا رب العالمين. اللهم اصلح ولاة أمور المسلمين. اللهم ول علينا خيارنا ولا تولي علينا شرارنا. اللهم انصر إخواننا وأخواتنا المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم فرج عن علمائنا والمظلومين في السجون. اللهم اصلح مسلمين جميعا ذكورهم وإناثهم كبارهم وصغارهم يا رب العالمين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله العظيم الجليل يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون وأقيموا الصلاة.